So the Tarkov drama sends the community wild for competing games, and Grey Zone and Arena Breakout Infinite are the two that really stood out. But I figured it'll be fun to go through their fucking Twitter.
al-gaib.
Nazma sent a message in the group chat because he can't be here, so he wanted us to read his holy word for him. A holy text saying, my point about the Tarkov stuff. They rolled back a lot on the stuff. They are now promising the co-op PvE mode to EOD players. Just read then. A lot of shill streamers who depend on the game are coping big time, saying this is a step in the right direction and Battlestate Games is listening to us. This is not the case, brothers. They only finally budged after basically a global black backlash from all corners. Even businesses, publications, and the biggest influence in the world, like Pirate Software and Asmongold, were shitting on them. This had nothing to do with them realizing their mistakes and wanting to make sure their players were done right. The pay-to-win aspects are still there, with a massive boost on starting gear on every wipe and items that allow you to call in teammates mid-raid and matchmaking AI passive over 600 meters, so 60 meters. People saying it's not pay to win because you can still die are coping and fucking idiots, because by definition, only God mode is pay to win. Inshallah, brothers. So this is Battlestate Games, April 26th. This was where we left them off at. You know, kind of taking a shot at Arena Breakout Infinite. And what they did here, by them trying to dunk on Arena Breakout Infinite, all they did was send players flocking to it, okay? They've smashed their goal to get out more keys and all that type of shit. So they're fucking loving it, all right? Yep. So let's continue from there. Their most recent one was an update regarding the EOD edition of the game, which was their big promise until this unheard of edition came out and then just shattered the whole thing. Community notice. Battlestate Game promised their users that bought the EOD edition free complete access to all future DLCs. Now they are giving 6 months of access, which was not the promised permanent access. And just look at that ratio. They are fucking getting cooked like there is no tomorrow in that.
Yep.
And then after that, they had to put out another update. Another update again. Hello again. Let me clarify. So they just keep going and going and going. Now, this one also gets community noted and ratioed into oblivion. In the gaming industry, the term DLC is often used to describe any additional content that extends the game's features and functionalities, including new game modes, new gameplay options. By this definition, the PvE mode can indeed be considered DLC, which was one of the promised things in the Unheard of edition. But the EOD edition, which came before that, said you get everything going forward, which turned out to be a fucking lie, just like how Stellar Blade said there'd be no censorship. It's a fucking lie. All right? And then they have another one, more feedback. And this is where it leaves us off here. This is their most recent one. Greetings. Let me continue my feedback on the current situation. First of all, I would like to say that I'm very sorry that fans of the game and community in general are experiencing these feelings. I wonder why they'd be experiencing that. Unfortunately, I somehow did not foresee the fact of such a reaction, and now I have drawn my conclusions on the future decisions. They did not foresee how people would react to this. How fucking tone deaf can you be, man? Right?
Yeah.
But let's go through what they got. About PV access. We decided to just open it for EOD owners for free, but we'll do it in waves. Lol. As I said before, we don't have server capacity right now. We will start this process as soon as possible. Number 2, we also decided that we'll add mod support for PvE mode after release of the game. Now, Nazma, who's the big Tarkov guy, he's been playing the modded single-player version of this game, and he was loving it. He goes, it looks better, it plays better, and it gives everything that I wanted. And instead of there being other players running around, it's just really smart bots. So he's cool with that.
Yeah, the bots are good. Watch a little bit of them play, and it is it's gorgeous. It really looks so much better than the vanilla Tarkov, and great. Yeah, he's happy.
Number 3, about the Unheard edition. That's the $250 version of this game. We will not remove it. No, it was euros, wasn't it? 250 euros.
Euros, yeah.
It's like 500 Canadian.
Fucking hell. That's like, man, you can pretty much get a new console.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like a paycheck minimum wage.
About
Almost
the Unheard Edition, we will not remove it. We want to keep the option for those who want to support the game more, but we will balance items perks in this edition, as well as provide more rewards for those who upgrade with the old price. Yikes. New EOD perks will be balanced too. We will remove prioritized matching option to keep everyone in the same spot. Bro. And we will add more unique stuff to highlight the EOD version in general. We will provide the final list of new EOD perks ASAP. And finally, we continue to work on patches, new content events, and the game release itself, no matter what. I bet one game that's really, really, really benefiting from all this, Arena Breakout Infinite. They are the ones that start to pop off because Battlestate Games tried to make fun of them down here, okay? So they've just been rolling into it. They got this tweet here and they've retweeted it being like, hey, look, we smashed the fucking goal and now we're going to hand out more fucking keys to play the game.
Yeah,
we're expanding our test slots by 10,000 plus and giving away 50 beta keys to random supporters.
Whoever's running their account got to be really fucking stupid with the way they interacted with the Arena Breakout Infinite account, because that just blew them up for attention, because everybody was... All fronts were aiming their guns at Battle State Games, and then they throw out, they throw out flack against Arena Breakout, a free-to-play game that's just starting. That's like, everybody goes, hey, I'll go check that game out here.
Yeah. In one tweet, you managed to destroy the little bit of goodwill you had left and hardcore promote your competitor.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Inadvertently,
It was free promotion for these guys. They're like, oh wait, there's more fucking extractions. Let's go, baby.
Whoever did this tweet here, they're just sitting down being like, yo, boss, I deserve a raise.
Yeah, we just...
You know what, though? I think Tarkov, we'd be able to start hammering the nails into the coffin if some of these games were already out. Here's the thing. Tarkov is so far ahead of these games that this is their advantage, right? They can make these fuck ups and still have a chance to regain hearts of the fan base. They've done something that is so repulsive to their fan base that most of them will never come back, because they will be like, oh, fuck you. I'll go play CS. I'll go play like CS2. It's free for a little bit. And then guess what? I'll hop on Arena Breakout, or I'll hop on Gray Zone Warfare. I'll hop on a couple of these other games. Road to Volstock. When that's finished.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
One-man dev as well.
One-man dev. You can play that game right now, the demo. And it's basically single-player Tarkov. Is it amazing? I would argue it needs a lot of work still, but out of one guy, pretty freaking good. And he's not trying to fuck you like Battlestate Games is.
What I've seen of Gray Zone is it actually looks more polished than fucking Tarkov.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mixing it up with the other one, but these newer ones, they look a bit more polished and actually built. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like real pretty.
Yeah.
So with Tarkov, me and Nas have talked about Tarkov for like over a year now, and from what I gathered from talking with Nas, and he knows a lot about it, of course. It's Nas. He loves it. Is that all the entire dev team are all Russian, and they don't hire people who are not Russian. So you have to look at what is the talent pool of the Russian, game dev scene, right? What is the real talent pool for that? Then have an extraction shooter, which is going to be heavier, system wise, and you run into problems there. Whereas Arena Breakout Infinite probably doesn't give a fuck where you're from, as long as you can communicate with the team and get your work done.